pressed.
Button is pressed on episode 41, series 2, Ladies Wot Pod. And it's by way of a bit of a therapy pod after Saturday. Yeah. So before we get into the serious therapy, we'd just better introduce ourselves. I am Liz Saunders, and I am chairman of the Saint Supporters Club Committee and Chief Halo and media star. Star of Radio Wales and Look East briefly. They cut me so much.
Well, they did have a power cut, so we had to watch BBC London. So I'm thinking, why am I hearing?
I know, confused me. Yeah.
Why am I hearing? I mean, having lived in Essex, I used to watch BBC London or whatever it's called, and yes, there were a few familiar faces, and I was hearing all about ambulance, air ambulance and all the rest of it, and I'm thinking, I want James Burridge and Liz. What's going on here?
Yeah, I know. And we got reduced to the lunchtime. The lunchtime on Friday was where we were slotted in. More of that later. Anyway, so I am now, I'm just so important in my own world of South Northamptonshire, where it's not very nice.
And the weather is?
Today. It's not very nice. It's a bit grim.
It's all right here.
And you are.
And I am Claire Jones, and I wear a red hat. Which was very busy, and well done, Freemo. Aim for the hat. He did. And Hendo. Very good. More of that shortly. And I live on the edge of the Fens in Cambridgeshire. And it's all right. I'm off to the village hall, aka the shed, shortly.
Oh,
I'm being allowed in to test me.
Excitement.
Well, it's big. It's a big out. It's a big week for me. It's a big week.
Guest
I'm
speaker
talking to
of
the village
WI. Yeah. Poof.
Poor loves.
Hope you're not feeling too nervous.
I'm very nervous.
Anyway.
Yes, anyway. More of that. Shortly.
So Saturday.
Shall we start? Shall we do chronological? Because we did do.
Let's. Well, can we just do the picture to cheer everybody up? What we did win on Saturday.
Oh. Yes. Yes. I need to. Yes. Hold on. One moment, caller. The big event. I mean, some might say the biggest event on Saturday.
Well, it was. It became.
It was
the biggest
massive,
event.
Wasn't it? I mean, absolutely massive. Half time. Look at that body swerve. For those of you on Spotify. Bernie is giving it loads in the mascot race held at half time on Saturday, and what a body swerve and laid waste to opposition.
So well done, Bernie.
Bernie. 2 from 2. Yeah.
So that was the positives. So but the lead up to Saturday. The week leading up to Saturday, we'd had a really lovely training session, hadn't we?
Yes, very busy. Lots going on.
Everybody looked very positive, full of energy.
We had a special guest, didn't we?
Did we? Oh, the one we thought we recognised. Are we allowed to?
So we're stood watching the backs do their thing with Radders and Bestie, and that was complicated, wasn't it? It confused the hell out of me. And who should be stood in front of us? Somebody that we thought we recognised. And I was stood there going, I know you. Why do I know you? And I said, what? Who the hell is it? And it was only at the end when a certain Italian prop was having a chat.
Yeah, we realised who he was.
Yes, the Italian head coach. Is it Casada? Anyway, him. He was there for 2 days, apparently. Kev Buckley told us he spent some time with the club. Learning about what we do at Saints. And Danilo went over for a chat, unsurprisingly. As I said to him, I saw you trying to butter up the boss,
Yeah, we
clocked it.
Yeah, just agreed. Just agreed, didn't he? There were lots of coachy sort of people watching, weren't there, when we were there?
Oh yeah, it was all very busy session. Yeah. It was. It was. But it started off for me with a chat with the stealth CEO. It wasn't being very stealthy at all. Parked her car in the back car parks because they were doing some work in the main VIP, whatever. And she came over for a chat, which was very lovely of her. She didn't need to. But yes, so it was lovely to see Julia. And I had a lovely chat with her. And we were at that stressful time of the season. Oh boy, how little we knew on Tuesday. But yeah, so it was a busy session, lots going on. I really enjoyed it. It wasn't too much for winter.
It was good. It was quite pleasant weather. Yeah.
So yes. But then I headed off having had a lovely lunch with you and your IT department. And thank you for that. Yeah. I headed off. Right. And so a few weeks ago, I was contacted by Ryan Robinson, Sherpa 2, asking if I would do the team photo at Bedford Blues. And I said yes. And then as I was on my way, I was alerted to the fact that it was going to be indoors, which was a bit of a shame because I didn't have any flash guns with me. But we made do a bit. And as it turned out, the lighting inside wasn't too bad. But I had a lot of fun. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here is the team photo session with Bedford Blues. So I try and take photographs at two different heights. So here is the low one. The boys were being very sensible. Yeah, here we go. Because I was doing the girls and the boys. And there are a few faces in here that you might recognise. Ollie Scola. Yeah. James Bennett, interestingly. Johnny Wyman. James Bennett, who was at training on Tuesday.
He was.
Yeah, and was also training with Bedford on Tuesday evening. So there are a few familiar faces here because, as I say, the Saints lads were there. Toby Tane, Amena, and the Blues supporter of the player of the season. More of that shortly. A former Saintsman. So it was good fun. So you have to do the serious one. And then at the end, you say, right, if you want to do something silly, off you go. And this is what the boys came up with. So there was this one. Yeah, all right, whatever. And then, hold on, let's see if I can find this one, which was involving Mr. Adamson, it being his testimonial year and the like. Not very creative, really. No. Anyway, later on, the girls joined me, and here they are. So this is their game. They wanted a serious one. So here we are, being serious. Yeah. And congratulations to them. They are champions of their league. And well done them. And then they insisted, unlike the boys, that their coaches joined them, which I thought was rather nice. So here they are.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, really lovely coaches. This chap didn't want to join because he didn't have anything on brand, so they made him wear a hat. So there you
go. Okay.
So that was lovely. But then I said, right, ladies, what are you going to do next? And they went, pyramid! Human pyramid! So the head coach, whose name escapes me, I apologise. There we go. Here he is, helping build the human pyramid. And
that's fantastic.
I mean, well done,
ladies.
Well done, ladies. Top work. And here we are. It didn't last very long, but wow, look at that. Isn't that magnificent? So well done to the Bedford Blues women for the human pyramid. And also, there was some love. Actually, this one I love because this is when it all fell apart. So, but there were some lovely group shots, the forwards and the backs, and this lovely lady here in the front, lying down, is Rosie, who's the daughter of one of the players, and helped me out when I was I was taking the photos. She was helping, keeping an eye on what they were up to. So yes, that was diverting.
Mm.
There
So
we
that
go.
was Tuesday.
That was Tuesday
And
done.
then
And then we had
Thursday, I was back at the gardens to do my interview with James and Look East, which was very pleasant, very pleasant. And there was a lot more of it. Obviously, I had a lot more to say, and it probably would have been longer if we'd been on Thursday night, but we weren't because they had a power cut and everybody got London, so we were just down to a short snippet on, and no credit. They don't want to pay me. That's the thing. No credit on Friday lunchtime, and then put out as a thing on Facebook. But yes, so I am now, I think, star of stage and screen. Well, not stage.
and you were
Not
there to
stage.
talk about allocated. What have you called it?
Allocated areas. Allocated areas, as we are insisting on calling them, not away ends, because it's totally. And basically, so the worrying thing was, I'm the voice of reason. That should go in my job title as well, apparently. So that we're not all off to hell in a handcart. So when they'd been trying to interview people at the Bath game, all they kept getting was negativity about it. And somebody had told James Burridge, I don't know who it was, that I was the person to speak to because I was the voice of reason. And basically, I was just saying it's gives people an option to sit with other supporters, which, we get emails and messages on every social media saying, where's everybody sitting? And this is just answers the question where everybody will be sitting. You can still go and sit with other people. You're more than welcome to sit with your mates. And even the allocated areas had mixed. There were lots of Tigers supporters in there as well.
As you can see on the photo, because as you pointed out while we were planning this pod, there were still season ticket holders, Tiger season ticket holders sat in that area. So, and that wasn't the only area. It was it's actually the same area as quite often Saint supporters are allocated at Gloucester. It's that end stand, isn't it? Yeah. So it's very much. And then it was the top of the whatever the big stand that used to be the Caterpillar stand is called now. It was whatever.
It was what it was, and it's not segregation. It is just going back to the days of when clubs used to have an allocation of tickets. They'd have an allocated area. You could still go and buy your tickets. You could phone up. So I'm talking about pre-internet. Phone up Exeter Chiefs and say, can I have 2 tickets? What have you got available? And they would. Nobody's suggesting it's going to be segregation. It is not the thin end of the wedge. It's actually going back to
how
the
things
days
used to be
pre-internet. So I've now started just copying and pasting my reply, the Northampton Saints Supporters Club reply, on our Facebook page, because nobody's listening. Nobody is listening.
Well, I got a message from Liz Tyler yesterday afternoon saying, have you got any photos of the supporters areas? And I did take photographs before the game and during the game, and my comment to her is not very interesting. Because they weren't. I mean, I'm sure the people who were sat in there were very interesting people, but as a photo, it just wasn't very engaging. Anyway, because the I paper apparently were interested in doing an article, so I've sent off my photos.
Yeah,
not the most exciting, but yeah. And I understand that there were, unsurprisingly, in some part, because there were Saints players sat with their parents and family up there, and Chris Ashton was also to be seen in them. So there was some interest in it. But seriously, talk about making a mountain out of a molehill.
Yeah.
And actually, while we're talking about the crowd, there's a couple of shout outs I'd like to do. I think that my IT department and I were talking on our trundling home. We think the crowd at Leicester Tigers has changed, and it's changed in a very significant and positive way. There were loads of kids there, and they weren't all with tours and rugby clubs and the like. Lots of families, similar to what we've been seeing at the Garden. They've got their little signs up, Although only the ones apologies to Tigers fans here, but the only ones I noticed were from supporters. But lots of families there, and it was lovely to see, and the atmosphere in the ground. Of course, I mean, people have been saying, "Oh, it was quite intimidating." Well, they're away supporters; they're going to support their team. That's what they're there to do. It wasn't intimidating as it
they're
has
the
been.
home supporters.
They're the
They're
home
the home
supporters. That's
supporters.
what they're there for. Yeah, nearly 26,000 people crammed into the roundabout, and it was, I think, a much more positive atmosphere. And well done to Tigers. One thing that they've done that they've made use of that I mentioned to you on Saturday when we had a chat was they've done the similar thing that Toulouse do, that Bath do. They made a feature of walking from their meeting room in the hotel on the opposite side of that sort of square place, supporter village place that they've created, and they walk through into the stadium with ticker tape and all the rest of it, and then they walk across the pitch into the changing room. So they make a feature of arriving in the ground, and that really gets everybody very excited. I mean, I'm sure we could do something similar with the village, but our guys tend to arrive in dribs and drabs. Yeah,
very early as well. Very early.
What it did do was it also brought a load of this sort of confetti, green, red, and white confetti stuff. And so the pitch looked like it got dandruff for a bit. Anyway, but yeah, well done. And the other thing they've done is they've changed their PA. Now, the PA have been around for 100 years. I don't know, I can't remember his name, but it's now a lady PA. Do you know of any other club, Liz, that's got a lady PA?
Can't think of one, no. Well, no, because most of the other clubs use Pete, so...
Yeah, he has rather cornered the market, hasn't he? Bless him. Yeah. We love Pete. So whoever she was, she had a sense of humour. She was really good. She was very engaging. It's not often I notice a PA and think, oh, actually, this is rather good. So she did get the referee wrong. And for a fleeting moment, I was worried for you, Liz.
Oh.
She announced it as Carl Dixon.
No, he was messing up.
I don't know who the gentleman was. I was sat next to one of the Tigers photographers who sat at the same end. Excuse me. They're both halves. He was going, has the PA just announced the ref as Carl Dixon? I went, don't. I saw Matt Carley warming up. Please don't tell me he's injured himself. But he hadn't. He was fine. But yeah, so shout out to Tigers. The atmosphere, my IT department, who was stood on the crumbly terrace, said he had a chat with a number of lovely Tigers supporters who were really welcoming, really good, a really positive experience. And believe me, over the years, Mrs. C won't go to Welford Road, a bit like you, Liz, because she's had too many bad experiences there. Yeah. But this time, I don't know why. But it was, yes, of course it was visceral. You expect it to be.
It's going to be. It's an East Midlands derby, but there's. I was going to say, there's layers of it, isn't there? There's you expect to. It's not about it's tribal, not personal, and I think it got where it was nasty and personal, not tribal.
Yeah, and people going up to people and just being rude and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
There's one exception. There is one exception to my plaudits for Leicester Tigers. Who the twat was who threw beer over the players during the tussle? Oh. Bugger off. Excuse my French. There we are. I've sworn. But that is just out of order. It's out of order to get involved. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Yeah. And even Tigers fans were apologising because they were just embarrassed by the idiot. But yeah, so don't get involved. Don't get involved. And that is one of the problems with Welford Road. The crowd are really on top.
Tight, isn't it?
Yeah,
so tight.
Really tight.
So. But I mean, with hats off as well to both clubs, to Saints and Tigers, because Saints sent up a whole load of flags to be put on the seats of the allocated areas. I'm liking allocated areas. and Tigers put them out. I mean, it was because there was a complaint. a complaint from a woman on Saint Supporters Club Facebook page about that she didn't like having a flag there for Saints flag, which I've suggested she takes it up with the Tigers Club because we're not going to do anything about it. A bit weird.
No.
But there you go.
Yeah. No. I think the
And she's going to. She's going to.
Oh, is she now? Oh, good. I'm sure Tigers will welcome that email.
Yeah.
So I would say it was a very different Tigers crowd to what we've seen in the past, and it was fabulous seeing so many youngsters at the game. I was really impressed with what happened, and lots of activities you can get involved in and all sorts of stuff. So well done to the Tigers, because I think they've realised that they need to appeal. All rugby clubs do need to appeal to a new audience.
Yeah.
I have to say, we kind of did deserve the bit of social media that grated with me a bit when Tigers did the putting the "you won't be needing these" and put one of our flags in the bin.
Yeah, fair enough.
That was a bit harsh, but yeah, all right.
Fair enough. I was going to say, you think as well, because they expanded their stadium, that's what's caused them difficulties, because they grew it so quickly, really. So we're grand. We're selling out 15,000 a week quite easily. We would struggle with 26,000.
26,000 is a lot.
They're awful.
Yeah, 26,000 is a lot.
And and the thing is, though, they've expanded and they've still got that god awful crumbly terrace and the changing rooms that are just dreadful. Weird. Yeah, anyway,
and the press room, believe me, ladies and gentlemen, the press room is a bit like being in an aircraft hangar. Yes, it's not great. It really isn't. The press room at Tigers used to be, it used to be partly a porter cabin and partly a bit between the two changing rooms, and it was full of staff serving you oceans of food. We're now down to a voucher for a hot dog. Anyway, you used to have to. Brian Moore used to wax lyrical about the fact that you'd have soup and bacon rolls before we kicked off. Half time, it was curry and chips, or curry and rice, depending what you wanted. And then at full time, it was apple crumble and custard. You could barely move by the end of it. I never did partake. Oh. I used to partake of the soup, which was called orange soup, because you never knew what was in it. But it tasted all right.
Just as you're mentioning of Brian Moore, he has announced today that he is retiring from commentary.
Yes, because he's been doing the women's Six Nations.
The women's, yeah. So I was going to say, well done, Mr. Moore. I love him. I was going to say he speaks a lot of sense, and then sometimes doesn't, but mainly does. Compared with some commentators, you felt and as one of the write-ups about him saying, he also still managed to bring the enthusiasm of being a fan as well. And some of the times when the filter didn't work, and Haskell the half-wit will always live long, hence his Hasquit. Yeah. Haskell, you half-wit, when he'd done something particularly Haskellish.
Yes. Yes.
Anyway, back to Saturday. So, one of the things before we launch into whatever, with a special shout out to the people close to the players who have to deal with the players who've just lost a big game. So, mums and dads and partners, but particularly mums and dads, I feel, because when you're a mum and a dad, even of a young 20-something, when something goes wrong in their life, they very quickly revert to safe space of mum and dad and become horrible teenagers. So mums and dads are the players. Well done. Thoughts are with you.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah. So
top work. Yeah. Absolutely there. Yes. Oh, right. So,
So Saturday. Let's start with the disaster that happened in the warm up.
Talking of shout outs to mums and dads, Chris and Kerry, big hugs.
Yeah.
And huge, get well soon, Tom. Don't know what you've done. Involved a boot at the end.
Yeah.
But seriously, big hugs, lad. Big hugs. Yeah, it was heartbreaking. He hobbled past me just after it had happened. He talked to the medics, and they decided that it was time to go and get changed. And you feel for the lad. You absolutely feel for the lad because he was playing some of his best rugby. Yeah.
Yeah.
So get well soon,
really
Tom.
coming of
We
age.
love you dearly. We love you dearly.
Yeah. And I was going to say, I think any lower limb injuries, they slam in a boot as a precaution anyway, I think.
Well, in the case of Curtis, it's probably to slow him down, stop him running around.
Curtis? This slam his...
Having broken his thumb, but put a boot on him, it'll stop him,
Put a boot on him, stop him. But yeah.
Anyway,
so that was just heartbreaking for Tom Lockett. But and then poor Chunya suddenly having to be drafted in.
So Chunya was drafted in, and then the reason that you have having substitute is, of course, that you have moved somebody onto the bench, and Ameka Chunya was moved onto the bench. More of that shortly.
Yeah. So that was a bit of a disaster to start. Well, before we'd even started, and then it started.
Yes. So we're not going to dwell on the whys and wherefores. We are going to talk about Dave on the sofa. There were some funny things that happened during the game. We have the case of the appearing and disappearing bandage, which more of that shortly. What I would say is that Tigers have gone out to make their home ground a fortress, and they were clearly up for it on Saturday. They'd had a shocking game against Saracens, where clearly Mr. Jeff Parling was not happy with their performance at all, and they went for it. So you could tell from the moment that Freddie Stewart skewered Ferbs, you could tell that there was some venom in what was going on. And it wasn't all legal, given the number of cards, and including a red one. But they were well up for it. Now, that's not to say that we weren't up for it, because we clearly were. I don't know what happened with the set piece. The lineup was clearly disrupted. There will be... while we're recording this, the poor souls that were at the 23...
Oh, God. Yeah.
They've got to sit through it all again. And they will have started sitting through it all because they'd have been bombarded with clips and questions and all sorts yesterday. So, it's a short week this week before we get into the next game, and we'll talk about that in a bit. So, James Craig will have been all over...
Our choice of not ever having to watch it again. And go, no, that's like, oof.
They don't get that choice, and I don't in some ways. I've got to go through the blessed photos. But anyway, they will have to go through it. What I would say is that when we did get our game on the pitch, to use that phrase, we sliced through them. So, everything that we're going to talk about, whether it's the line out, whether it's the scrum, is fixable. Absolutely fixable. Yeah. And Tigers at home are a different beast than Tigers away. So, what will be, will be. And there's a lot to pick through. I mean, Dowse says, he wants them to wear the scars. Now, what I would say to everybody, and this was far worse, and I remember the look on Ethan Waller's face after this game. It was my 250th. We played Tigers at home in 2014 in a league game, in a regular league game, in the run-up to, and we lost.
Yeah.
And I remember
Yeah.
the feeling after that, and that felt far worse than Saturday. I know people go, that can't be the case. You know, regular, regular games lead up to, because we have a playoff system, lead off to the playoffs. So
Yeah.
I think, Dave on the sofa, my God. Should we have a quick Dave
Lord.
on the sofa? Now,
yeah,
look,
do quick,
now look, love.
Dave on the sofa rant. Yeah.
Dave, calm. So I don't get, and maybe a Dave somewhere can explain it to me, why people think that writing paragraphs and paragraphs about what's happened in a game is going to make a ha'porth of difference. Because it can't calm them down. It can't make them feel better. It can't. No coach in their right mind, no player in their right mind is going to read it. So, you know what, Dave? Save yourself loads of keystrokes and don't bother. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I was going to. They not only. I mean, they're coaches. They're frustrated journalists. They're all of the above. So a sample from Dave on the sofa was what we got. Hendy can't catch. Pollock needs to grow up. Mitchell is finished. Dingwall can't tackle. That's just a dip sample from Dave on the sofa correspondent Richard Lindsley. And that's without the advice at great length that they were giving to the coaches.
Yakko, listen to them about scrummaging not.
Please don't. Please don't. Please don't even read it, because it will not do your blood pressure any good at all. No good.
Yeah, it's just like, seriously, guys? Seriously? Mitch should retire. Sorry?
Okay, right.
Mitch would be the first to say that he didn't know his best game. And, but it's just nonsense.
It happens.
It happens.
Yeah. And don't forget, Dave on the sofa, and to all concerned, we are still without our, I was going to say, 3 leading lights of the scrum. Well, 4, Tom Lockett as well. So half of what you would describe as our first choice 8 are out injured. So Tom Lockett, Colsey, Curtis, and Big Trev.
And Cleopas, we don't know what's happened with Cleopas, so because he was playing really well. Luke Green, Luke. Actually, Luke Green. We are going to show a few comedy moments from this game, because there were numerous. Luke Green took split his eyebrows, so that we're going to show that shortly. But Luke Green has been doing. He's a youngster in propping terms, and he has been giving it all.
Ridiculously young.
So
to then go up against Tigers. 8 particularly that were fully loaded, weren't they? I think their injury in
they've got back who they they've got back who they were missing. George Martin was the big returning.
Yeah. And Ollie Chesham, who's a class operator, was there. So don't despair, chaps. We and they're there we go. Anyway, so comedy moments.
Well, it all started. Oh no, wrong one. Hello, ladies. No, I meant to. Here we go. So Nathan is trying to put George's ribcage. Beautiful tackle from Freddie Stewart. Fremo is not liking what Kira's doing to his ear. You can see it's
bit hurty. I think there's a bit hurty going on with it.
He's not happy. He's holding on to his shirt. Anyway, so he ends up, and this is the case of the appearing and disappearing bandage. So he is sporting a very nice bandage. George is still going, are my ribs there? Yes, just about. So Fremo ends up, unusually, it's not something you see very often, so I'll find it. He ends up, because of Callum Chick being sent to the bin, Fremo and his bandage ends up in the scrum.
Yeah, that's not his comfort zone, is it?
No, you can see it's like, what do I do here? Well, why am I here? What bus? Yeah. So, but then I noticed. So that then I noticed that the actually this try, the Ginger Ninja, beautiful pass. I think didn't it start actually? Didn't it start with our Finn? Happy birthday, Finn! Beautiful.
Yeah, happy birthday,
move.
Finn.
Happy birthday, Finn! Beautiful move, which the Ginger Ninja took over, and then the skipper took over from that. And I thought George drew his man beautifully, absolutely beautifully, to put in the bandage wonder for his first try. And well done. He definitely aimed for the hat, because you can see he's about to put the ball down in front of me. But you can see, ladies and gentlemen, he's got his bandage on.
Bandage there, yes.
Yeah, bandage there. So I thought, oh, well done. And then later on that half, actually, should we have the comedy moment with referees? I'm dancing around all over here. So here is, we shout out to the doctor, who has the world's biggest bag. We seem to be sending our doctor on with a suitcase. But anyway, so here comes Matt Carley, as opposed to Andrew Carney, as somebody called him. No, that's the Prime Minister of Canada, folks.
Mark Carney. It's Mark Carney is the president of Canada.
Former governor of the Bank of England.
Prime Minister, yeah.
Yeah. And you can see that our referee is taking an awful lot of interest. Such that poor Nathan Allwork can't actually see what's going on. Have you ever seen that? I've never seen anything like it. It's very odd. Anyway.
Yeah, it's very
Yes. So, so Fremo and his amazing bandage.
Oh, yes. And
yes.
Now you see it, now you don't bandage.
Now you see, now you don't bandage. I'm just going to... Hold on. Here we go. That's Luke Green, everybody. Let's put... you're seeing all my secrets now. Here we go. Yeah. Tommy Freeman. There we go. Right. So there he is. He's scoring in his... but look. By the end of the second half, he's got rid of the bandage. He's had enough. Yeah?
Enough bandage.
Less bandage.
Bandinage.
And I thought, he's got fed up with it, so it's gone. And actually, he played out that half without the bandage. Second half, it's back
first
again.
Half. So that was the end of the first half.
That was the end of the first half. Second half, look what's back.
Bandaged.
Yeah. But
however,
by the time he scores his try and puts Ollie Chesham into the advertising, bandage is gone. So it's the case of the appearing and disappearing bandage.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
See, now you don't bandage.
So, yeah. Well, all that work that Nathan and Kira put in. So we scored 3 beautiful tries. I think that's what we can take. Yeah. When we get our attacking game on the pitch, we score beautiful tries. And it's not just the backs that were doing it. Callum Chick was involved. Josh Kemeny was involved. It was good to see that there was some. They were still battling even towards the end. So, but all in all, they will not be happy with what they did on Saturday. It was not great.
Undiscipline. I mean, 3 yellow cards. You can't lose people. You can't be playing a team like Leicester with 3 yellow cards.
You can't. Yeah. Although I do have a certain sympathy, as I said to you before, Pod, for Craig Wright. And playing the role of Chris Ashton, we have Craig Wright. I mean, you could see he was like, well, what was I supposed to do? He grabbed me by the... Not react, Craig, basically.
Yeah.
Sir had decided.
Yeah. Don't retaliate.
That Sir had decided. So, yes. And Paris is red for all you Dave Tigers. keyboard warriors was a red. I'm not interested what Loku did for Bordeaux. I am interested in what he
Yes. Well, stop it. That's not the standard. Just leave that alone. Don't
Yes.
go there.
Don't go there. No. So yeah. So that was a red.
Yeah.
So shout out to the referees. And I've done my homework.
Particularly the assistant ref.
Yep. Hamish Smales, who has refereed us a few times this season, and we've seen him actually before the game. I'm just going to go and find the referee. Before the game, I had a chat with our dear friend, who said to me, "Claire, are you following me or am I following you?"
It's Mr. Clark.
And that's James Clark. James Clark was the fourth official. He was kept very busy, bless him. His notepad was positively. But I'd like to shout out to this man. That's what's going on here. There we go. Hamish Smales.
Yeah.
Isn't that the most magnificent tache? And I have talked to Hamish about a tache off between him and Craigo, and he's up for it. Obviously,
every week we talk to Craigo about.
Yeah, so we've got to get the two of them together.
Hamish
Saturday wasn't really the time to do it, given what happened. But yeah, it's the most magnificently manicured tache. So well done, Hamish. Top work. There you go. But yeah, I think the referees had a lot to do with on Saturday. I don't think we should award the lady, the Sgt Wilson, because it's just one of those games where Sgt Wilson had gone for a long walk and wasn't coming back. It was a difficult.
It was. I was going to say it was an East Midlands derby. Sgt Wilson has no role in an East Midlands derby. To be honest, no. It is one of those things. It's always going to be spicy, and so it was. And good luck with anybody who has to referee that. I don't.
Yeah, it's a tough gig to referee. Carly has done it before, and we won. But for those of you who don't know who James Clark is, here he is here talking to George Hibbard. So that's the lovely James. And shortly after that, he came over for a chat where he made the comment, "Are you following me or am I following you?" Because it's remarkable the number of games that James has refereed where I've been taking photos, whether Bedford or Saints. It's just remarkable.
Yeah.
And he's a lovely man. So
player of the match. Player of the match. This is down to you because I have not watched. I don't intend to watch. I'm of an age where I don't have to do things that I don't want to do. And that is one thing I don't want to do.
I think there are some shout-outs before I name my player of the match.
Definitely. I was going to say, I have some shout-outs nominated by other people that I met yesterday at the Toaster Minis. Shout-out to that Finn Smith, as he was referred to. That Finn Smith, he's everywhere. He tackles like he shouldn't be able to. So, so that Finn Smith.
Finn, absolutely. Finn was buzzing about the place, and he gets, talk about carrying it to the line. He absolutely carried it to the line. The number of photos I've got of him have been, with Ollie Chesham or somebody, Nicky Smith was very busy with him. It was, So Finn had but he created loads and loads of stuff. All the good creation, a lot of it stemmed from Finn. The other person,
well, I mean, the thing is about Finn, where he creates so much in such a quiet way. He's not like Smith of the M kind who, look at me, I'm creating stuff. Finn just buys time for his players. He draws players and he times stuff immaculately. And as they said, the difference between them is Finn makes other people look good, whereas Marcus aims to make himself look good.
Yes, yeah, as you know, I have a lot of sympathy for that. I'm not quite sure what Ollie Chesham is grabbing here.
Oh, that could have been
It's not
very
the only
unpleasant.
photo I have of Ollie grabbing that region. There's one of Fremo in the first half where he virtually removes Fremo's shorts.
Oh, I say.
Oh yes, oh yes. But Finn was. There was a lot of traffic that he was having to
Yeah.
deal with. So no, Finn absolutely. The other one who creates. Oh, hello. I'm making things go bong here. Sorry. The other one I think who deserves a shout out, despite being carded, is Josh Kemeny. Josh Kemeny.
Yeah.
If it wasn't being created from Finn, it was being created from Josh.
He was also mentioned by people in conversation yesterday as well. We're lucky to have him.
We are absolutely lucky to have him, and I'm going to the next person I'm going to show is the third one that I'd like to shout out. Our man from the north, Callum Chick,
Also carded. Also
carded. Callum Chick, because again there was a lot of stuff that came. Those two worked immaculately together. So yeah, it was good stuff. It was really good stuff from the two of them. So so Josh deserves a shout out, as does Callum. And also we do need to shout out to Chunya, because
we do.
Whatever went wrong in the line out, he battled and battled and battled and battled. He and Josh, there's things to fix, absolutely, but he stepped up to the plate, absolutely. The last shout out before I actually name my player of the match is Ferbs. Oh my god. His ribs got rearranged so many times, and of course he had to go off. I don't know if he passed his HIA. I don't know what happened, but he had to go for an HIA after Parace's tackle, and that wouldn't have cheered him up at all. He did join the huddle at the end, so he came back out onto the pitch at the end. But yeah, Ferbs, talk about getting stuck in. Oh my god, he went through some traffic, and so hopefully all is well with Ferbs. But a shout out to young George, because he's, you can't say he's not given his all for the green, black, and gold, because he certainly is.
The other person we need to mention in dispatches, who made their PREM debut.
Oh yes, a maker, Atunya, who actually made his Saints debut nearly 4 years ago, and he's just had no luck with injury whatsoever.
No.
But here he is,
the Jamie Craig of his generation, isn't he? Lovely, delightful young man.
Here he is. I'm going to show a little picture of him just so everyone sees him. There he is. Henry's upside down. Never mind. But yeah, he and you can see he was already strapped up. Bless him. But yeah, so well done to a maker for making your Premiership debut. Saints 2071, I think. So well done to him.
So finally, your player of the match.
My player of the match, the man with the appearing and disappearing bandage, is Fremo, Tommy Freeman. He just put it about. He was everywhere, and they genuinely did not know how to deal with him. So, Fremo, we love you. Here he is, scoring that first try.
There he is.
Well done, Freeman. Tom West is enjoying it, as is Ed Prowse. So yeah. So Freeman, you are our Ladies Wot Pod Player of the Match. Meanwhile, in West London, we'll have a quick Bedford Blues moment.
Do you want to do Bedford Blues rather than the rest of the Prem?
And then we'll do the rest. Should we do Bedford first? Let's get it out of the way, because we don't need to dwell on it, do we?
No, we don't.
No.
There was much suffering. Let's put it this way. There was much suffering in West London, similar to the suffering in Leicester.
And Ely had something to play for, which was they wanted to go undefeated, as we did once, in the Demolition Tour. And whenever we went down in 2007, But shout out to the Blues supporters who recognised the efforts of Sherpa 2 at their bash. So,
Yeah.
Bedford had really nothing to play for. They were, other than protecting themselves, ready for the onslaught of the playoffs. So, let's pass by. Nothing to see here. Move on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So, So Bedford still don't know who they're playing in the playoffs, but that will.
But we do know who's
unfold.
in the playoffs. So
We do know it'll be one of.
It'll be one of. It's Coventry, Heartbreak. So Coventry are playing Heartbreak at the whatever they've renamed their, because they've renamed their ground after somebody. It's not the Butts Park Arena.
Place. Coventry.
Place in Coventry.
Just call it Coventry.
Six ways, Worcester will take on Chinham, and Bedford will play the highest of the remaining ranked teams because you don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
and the lovely Sherpa 2 will be joining us for this week's game.
Yeah.
Right. If ever this weekend proved that, one result does not a season make.
No.
So whilst we were licking our wounds after the events at Welford Road, at home at Ashton Gate, Bristol were playing Saracens.
Yeah.
Where they got,
have been up and down.
I don't believe they got anything out of the game. Did they get a try bonus point? Did they get a try bonus point? I don't think they did.
I was going to say, hold. You just hold that thought while I look it up. So,
and
because
they didn't get a losing bonus point because they committed.
No, they were too far.
Suicide at the end when Tom Jordan threw the most ridiculous pass, and Saracens went intercepted and went in to score.
So it's 26-41.
Did they get 4 tries?
I don't know. It doesn't look on the right. Massive
brief interlude, ladies and gentlemen, while Mrs. Saunders.
Yeah. You just carry on talking.
Okay, and and again, that's the second time that Bristol have lost at home. The first being not really a home game because they took that game to the Principality Stadium and lost against Quins.
Yes, they did.
Yes,
yeah.
So.
No, they did. They had a bonus point, which moved them. Yeah.
So they got 1 point because of the try bonus point.
Yeah.
But Saracens got the 5 points. So yeah. And then we did watch. I did watch Gloucester versus Sale on Friday night. It was a great game.
Oh yes.
Both teams had absolutely nothing to play for except pride, and it was a really, really good game. Made all the funnier by the fact that Dave Rogers from Getty Images was clearly wearing his blue coat because he's appeared every time that TNT were doing interviews or talking to each other. The pundits were talking to each other. It appeared in the background. It was like a magnet, which I pointed out to him. So poor Dave was at Gloucester on Friday. He was at Welford Road on Saturday. And on Sunday, he went down to Exeter.
Blimey.
Yeah. So he had a very busy weekend. Exeter were playing Bath. I said to you beforehand that was going to be a really significant game, and that was before anything had happened at Welford Road. I just thought.
Well, we felt that just from the form of both the sides because Exeter were coming off three losses on the bounce, and Bath after their mauling by Bordeaux. We'd be interested to see who could bounce back, and the answer was Exeter.
Yeah. Exeter were very good for their win. It was a good game. Okay, Austin Healy, pack it in with your alternative refereeing. It's boring.
He won't. He never has done.
Just boring. Concentrate on the flipping game. Anyway, Exeter were very good for their win. They absolutely deserved it. And the wind, well, they know how to play it. They know how to play into it, and they know how to play with it. and they really taught Bath a lesson. And Bath looked very out of sorts. They did not look like Bath, and they looked cross and angry with each other, and yeah. So, and what that means is, what does that mean, Mrs. Saunders?
Means we're still top. Nothing has changed. We are still top. Because Bath got
all
nothing
you
out of that
keyboard
game
warriors,
either.
you were a bit,
So-
we'd earned the right to be top throughout the season. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're still top by dint of having one loss fewer than Bath. And
Yeah.
that is because we beat Bath twice. Yeah.
Twice. That'll be twice, ladies and gentlemen. So,
Yeah.
so yeah. What I would say is we have
put it into perspective. We lost. That is only the second loss in the league. It really is.
And all that, but it was the manner of the loss. Stop it. It's all fixable. It's all fixable. Yeah. There's plenty to play for. We have a squad for a reason. There's, they will be working so hard this week. There is a lot to play for, ladies and gentlemen. However,
yeah.
Can I get my mini rant out of the way? The one I had earlier.
Get your mini what? Yeah, which you've got a new. Is this a new one, or are you just revisiting an old mini?
I'm revisiting an old one.
It's about the buses.
It's about
the buses. Oh, just crack on. I'll just sit here. Just scroll through social media.
Will you pack it in, you lot, asking about buses? We have three.
You say you lot.
3 games to go in the season, regular season. If we happen to qualify in the top 4, we have a semi-final to get through. Please stop asking about buses for the final. You'll concentrate on the matter in hand, ladies and gentlemen. All of us have to be, including me, and I'm not allowed to shout pitch side, be the 16th man and woman and child getting behind the men in green, black and gold with occasional purple bits. We've got work to do. Let's concentrate on that, not worry about blooming buses.
Because, there will be buses. There will be buses. Just hold your horses for the buses. Whatever. Mixed metaphors are us.
Mixed metaphors, yes. Anyway, that's my email. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Yes.
Have you finished now?
I've finished now. I'm feeling better now. Women's Six Nations. Supportive hugs to Scotland.
Oh. I think that just file that one away.
File that one away, yeah. Supportive hugs to England under 21s who met a team who are laying waste to everybody, including 113-0 they beat Scotland. So,
dear
England
Lord.
under 21s got off lightly.
71-17.
Well done to Sherpa 2. He had a busy week. He was obviously working on the England under 21s game, so well done him. And well done to the Red Roses, who and Marley Packer getting. When was the last time a back rower got 4 tries in a game?
Yeah.
Anyway, so well done him. And so the big game, somewhere in southern France, I believe, is England. Well, France visiting
France.
No, England versus in France.
England are going to France to play France.
That's what I meant to say. All went a bit wrong. Yes. So
have you not had enough coffee or something, or too much coffee? What is your problem?
Probably had too much. I probably had too much. Yeah.
Oh well, there you go then. Yeah. So
right.
Right. So we had Towcester Minis and Juniors end of season thing yesterday, and we have a little video from the two of them about that.
I did really good this season, and the season was great. Xander got an award, and I'm really excited for full contact. So today on the rugby, we did the end of season trophies. Everybody got given a medal, which looks like this, and has Towcestrians 25-26 on it. It was for doing good I think I don't really understand. But next year I'm very excited, and we did all the awards, but sadly I didn't get one, and then we went on the bouncy castles after. But first we did a training game, and that was really, really fun. And I'm very excited for next season, and I will be doing some pre-season training. And that's it. Oh, and the coaches tried their best, and I voted for Ollie, and I think he is the best coach.
Freddie?
And Freddie also got an award, and I did vote for him as well. I hope he gets it next year as well. And done.
Yeah.
Also, I really, really, really hope I also get one next year, and Max. Oh, and Grayson as well. And Grayson was able to play even though he hurt his arm.
Has it been a good season all round?
Yes, been a very good season.
Are you looking forward to next season already?
Yes.
Awesome. So both there. And they're both looking forward to next season because they get to do more. So for Alfie, he finally gets to do contact. And for Harry, it's kicking and stuff. Yeah, I know. I feel sorry for
Can't
that
wait
child.
to see some poor child assailed by Alfie.
I just hope he picks a big kid that can deal with it. So they had the presentation thing that it was cold yesterday morning. Oh, it was bitter. And they divide it up into the different groups because some of the groups are huge. The mini section at Towcester is enormous, so they divide it up. But in terms of mini sections and presentations, we had news of Mr. Dependable going back to his first club to do the presentations to the minis there. How sweet is that?
Lovely photographs of Tom Litchfield.
Yeah.
And proud Anna and his dad.
Yeah.
Matt. I don't say Matt's name because before we know it, he'll be back in midfield again.
Yeah.
So, but no, Anna and Matt rightly were very proud of Tom going back and remembering his roots at Biggleswade.
And those kids who were getting their awards from him.
Whoa.
Fantastic. So well done, Tom. Well done, Biggleswade. Really nice.
Top
really
work.
Nice
top
see.
Work.
So
I forgot to mention walking rugby.
Walking rugby, yes.
Dr. Jones didn't do a try, but he had lots of fun.
Good.
Good.
Well done.
He wanted me to mention that, so there you go.
Okay, good. Walking rugby continues at Saints Thursday, 5:30 for 6, and then we move over for Man versus Fat. Come into the barn after walking rugby. I'm really not sure about. So it doesn't seem like that. Anyway, yes, so walking rugby. Saints Supporters Club, those of you who are members should have had an email asking you to vote for the Saints Supporters Club Player of the Season, which is separate to the club's rank of awards. So get your votes in for that. I will be presenting the big trophy to whoever is successful at the final game of the season.
Yes.
So get voting. If you remember the sports club and you haven't had an email with that, email us and we'll make sure that, because some emails, it can be a bit dodgy, can't it? So you just, so let us know if you've not had that email.
Yep.
Okay. So.
Excellent. And of course, the club are running all their award ceremonies and I'm still battling my way through this.
Which is just giving people a headache. I've just voted.
This week, I think I've nailed it. I think I've got it.
I've gone not overthinking. I've just gone with it, and I can't remember who I voted for now because I thought I'm just doing it and then putting it away. So,
excellent.
Yeah.
So this week is a busy week.
Busy week. Yes. Yeah.
Training.
Yeah.
And that's us as well. I think we're going to have to.
Train.
Look to our laurels. Yeah. Well, if we're going to be the 16th woman,
Oh, yeah. Warm up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, so everybody in training, and we're going to training.
Yeah. Get gargling with the honey and lemon.
Yeah.
keep
Get
those
warble
bit of
those
steam.
vocal cords.
Yeah.
We want the fortress to be Franklin's Gardens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Bristol Bears are joining us, and I am sure
Yes.
that one Saints player will be delighted to see the return of Ellis Genge.
Yes. Elliot.
Elliot, who we had a chat with Elliot at training. So Elliot, let's see what he calls you this year.
See if he's upped his Bants level.
Yeah,
this time.
we need Genge reporting bounce levels. So yes. So
for those who may have missed this, Elliot was most affronted when he was. I mean, Genge was not having his best day. To be fair,
Elliot was teaching him a scrummaging lesson.
He was being bent. He was being bent, was Genji, and he looked at Elliot and he went, "Well." So Elliot, Elliot came off the pitch and said he was most put out.
He was very upset.
You'll not believe what he called me, and we went,
"Ooh,
what did he call you?" Thinking, "Oh,
it was going to be something, shut the children's ears."
Yeah, yep. He said he called me fat. What? Just fat, not fat. Anything else? Oh, he called me fat. Right, okay. That's not very good bants, is it? That's wrong on all levels.
Yeah.
So Elliot was most affronted.
Elliot was very cross. Yes, and has mentioned it since. That's just to show the level of his irritation.
Well, to be fair, we do prime him to mention it because it's so entertaining.
So funny. Anyway, we're looking forward to that one. But come on, everybody, gird our loins. Yeah, we've got these big 3 games coming up. First one on Friday. Yeah. Everyone's a cup final. That's the way we need to treat it.
It is pretty much. So, yeah.
Elsewhere, Bedford Blues are resting their pins while everybody else battles it out. And the Red Roses will be taking on France in France. We've just ascertained. Other than that...
Well, it's all a bit of a wind down now, isn't it? Because the minis have all finished. Having said that, it's a wind down. It's not, because we're revving up for Lightning coming back. Of course.
Yes, we've got Lightning back week after next, after the Gloucester game.
Yeah, yes, the Sunday after that. So, 2 weeks this weekend, because we've got the weekend off when Bedford are playing on the Friday night. So planning May now, ladies and gentlemen, we plan May. So this Friday we've got Bristol at home, and then you've got the weekend off. Unless you want to watch other people on the television, you've got the weekend off. The following weekend, when things are happening in northern Spain that we have no interest in whatsoever, Bedford are playing on the Friday night for a place in the playoff final.
Tickets still available, ladies and gentlemen. Get yourself to Goldington Road. It's a grand evening out. Taylor's Kitchen. Chili and chips, top work.
Who do not yet sponsor us. I'm saying yet. I'm living hope. So that's that weekend, and then you can watch the whatever's happening with no need for a heart monitor.
No,
the European Cup final. No, just watch it.
Yeah.
Then the following weekend is the 20. Is that the Gloucester game then?
That's the Gloucester game. Yes.
The Gloucester game, final home game of the season on the Saturday afternoon, and there'll be presentations to the players afterwards.
And we don't know whether we don't know whether we're on the pitch or not on the pitch. But frankly, who cares? No. And we don't know which PA. We know that Pete Nuttall will be the PA. We're talking equipment, not PA. So we don't know what the plans are.
We don't know. We don't know who Graham. Well, we can hazard a guess. Well, we know who Graham is going to attempt to make to cry. We can hazard a guess who's going to lose it. Although it's often Mikey Hayward. None of us had money on Mikey Hayward.
No. No.
No, so we will see who goes to Graham, who's sobbing on Graham's shoulder by the end of it. I've got one or two that I think might
And
go.
then you go off on your holiday.
No. Then we've got lightning.
Season dinner.
Then we've got lightning.
On
the Sunday.
Lightning on the Sunday.
And they've got
31st.
Their end of their Player of the Season award because that's their last home game. Then we've got the end of season dinner on June the 2nd. Then I go on my holiday in the early hours of June the 3rd. I still haven't worked out the logistics of that, other than saying, I'm going to be sensible. I won't drink much. Well, even Manny looked at me as if, like, that's not going to happen, is it? Well, it might. You never know. And then we've got the Quins game away as to finish off the season.
And then
when I'm on my
no
holiday.
chickens are being counted on the Sunday.
If anybody's on the Sunday
final.
Oh well, yes, Bedford.
Possibly. No chickens being counted.
Let's put it this way. On the Sunday is the champ playoff final. There we go. So we don't need to count. It's like then the following 2 weeks are the PREM semi-final and final. That's just how they fall.
Yes.
You might be interested, you might not. That's just how they fall.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
there we go.
Where is Lightning's last game of the season? Do we know?
No.
Do we know? Hold on, let me just have a quick look. Oh yes, of course. It's so on the 31st, they are actually playing Saracens at home, according to this. And and then on the 7th, they're playing away at Leicester Tigers.
Yes, there we go.
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen.
So that's, I think that's a roundup of everything. I think we've looked back, we've looked forward, we've looked upside down, inside out, and underneath the sofa for Dave, who was so incensed he disappeared down the back of it, I suspect.
And we're not going to fish him out. Leave him there.
No. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are we doing with the horses?
Oh, the horses and dogs are going to be very happy. No, that's fine.
Excellent.
Yeah, no, it's been a rambling therapy pod.
A rambling
double
therapy pod. Come and find us on Friday. I'll be haloing around the place. You'll be being useful, red hatting.
Subscribe. Like.
Oh, please subscribe and like.
Please subscribe.
Yes, please do, because
the algorithm gets very excited and we get, shown to other people. So please do subscribe. Do look after us.
Subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. And we promise we won't stalk you. Mainly.
Well, some people might.
Depends who you are. Yeah. On that sinister note, we will love you and leave you and see you all very soon. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, she still can't find the book.